Welcome to this explainer of the Guardian Protocol's source material. Today, we're zooming right in on Lesson 3, which is absolutely crucial because it's all about safety and boundaries. And right off the bat, I want to set a really grounded tone for us. In caregiving, the stuff we're talking about today, it isn't just theory. We're dealing with real people, actual physical environments, and extremely high professional stakes. Okay, let's dive into this. To make the most of our time, here's a quick summary of exactly what you're going to learn today. First up, we'll establish the core protective philosophy. Second, we'll examine the 5 must-teach boundaries. Third, the essential physical safety training. And finally, protecting the care ecosystem as a whole. Section 1, the core protective philosophy, shifting the mindset. Now, before we even touch the specific compliance rules or physical steps, we've got to reframe how we think. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what I mean. The source material hits us with this powerful coaching insight. Boundaries are not restrictions, they are protection. Honestly, take a second to just absorb that framing. When we hear the word boundary, we usually picture a wall, right? Or some harsh rule holding us back. But the Guardian protocols flip that completely. We need to view these boundaries as a central protective shield. It's not there to choke off the care you provide, it's there to literally safeguard it. Think of it as a giant umbrella. Clear boundaries protect caregivers, clients, and your agency. It's a whole ecosystem. When a boundary is dialed in and consistently maintained, it saves you, the caregiver, from burnout or compromised situations. It protects the client from getting confused or inappropriately reliant on you. And yeah, it absolutely protects the agency staff too. The whole shebang is covered. Section 2, the 5 must-teach boundaries, establishing the shield. So, with that philosophy in mind, let's look at the actual non-negotiable professional rules, the actionable stuff. Here are the 5 pillars of our boundary shield. 1, no accepting gifts or money. 2, no sharing personal contact info. 3, no performing medical tasks outside your scope. 4, no borrowing client belongings. And 5, no personal favors outside the care plan. Boom. Do you hear the rhythm of those? They are direct, punchy, and unambiguous. By entirely cutting out the gray areas, like, slipping someone your phone number or doing a quick favor, you wipe out the exact spots where professional relationships usually collapse. These aren't arbitrary rules, they are realistic safeguards. So the crucial point is this contrast right here. On one side, you have sticking strictly to the documented care plan. On the other side, the temptation of doing personal favors or taking on out-of-scope medical tasks. I get it. Crossing those lines might feel super helpful in the moment, right? But it instantly compromises the safety of everyone we just talked about. Scoped care is predictable. Going rogue with personal favors, that's unpredictable and honestly, inherently dangerous. Section 3, essential physical safety training, the physical shield. We've spent time on the emotional and professional boundaries, but the source material makes it totally clear that physical safety protocols are just as vital. Now, what's really interesting about this is how physical training is categorized into very specific core focuses. Look at how this maps out. Fall prevention links right back to client stability. Infection control, that's about foundational health basics for everyone in the room. And proper lifting techniques are purely about your physical protection as the caregiver. It's like a giant puzzle where every single safety area has a targeted protective purpose. Let's move on and see how this builds when things get chaotic. Because beyond everyday stability, you absolutely must have emergency response steps. Step 1, follow sequential emergency response protocols. Step 2, implement them effectively. Look, emergencies are stressful, right? They're messy by nature. That is exactly why having a predetermined step-by-step approach is mandatory. It completely takes the guesswork out of the equation right when you need that protective shield the most. Section 4, protecting the care ecosystem, bringing it all together. We've covered the mindset, the professional boundaries, and the physical safety, so what does this all mean? Well, it synthesizes into this one formula. Safety plus boundaries equals protection for the entire care ecosystem. I want to remind you one last time that applying these Guardian protocols takes standard compliance rules and turns them into an empowering tool. By maintaining those 5 must-teach boundaries and locking in your physical safety, you literally create a secure bubble where everyone is protected. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a real-world question to chew on. How will these boundaries protect your next shift? Seriously, think about your day-to-day stakes. Think about the clients you're going to see and the professional lines you need to hold firm. These protocols are only as strong as your daily application of them. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack the Guardian protocols, and hey, keep that protective shield strong.